So you arrived here from Frankfurt.
Yeah.
And what was your college major? You live in Bromley, 702 or 703.
I could be wrong, but yeah.
So you were there. What were you like? Were you signing up for all the RSOs? Were you like, when did you start your first business? Just tell me your day-to-day life, like who you were, like
Sure.
were you looking of, like thinking of starting businesses? Like what were you like?
So, there's 40,000 undergrads, and 10,000 graduate students. I mean, it's really a civilization of teenagers. And I'll return to that similar sort of emotion that we each may have felt, and that's the intimidation of it. But relevance and connectivity, I had to assume would make the transition easier, or the comfort level would be expedited a little bit more, a little quicker, I suppose. And in doing so, I don't, as a freshman, that summer going into freshman year, I think I remember coming down here with my mom and meeting a counselor that I was assigned to. And I really don't like to date myself. But while there was a very large, while it was a large part of the experience online, you still met with a counselor. I don't know if they still do that, but you met with somebody.
Right.
And just to talk about your interests as an incoming freshman. And mine were, whatever the other freshmen are doing sounds good. I mean, I didn't have necessarily a track. My dad was an attorney, so the law interest, there was certainly a law interest, but political science, there was liberal arts. Lincoln Hall was where a lot of my classes were. I ended up picking up a concentration in English. I thought, Shakespearean literature and 18th century British fiction, very dense books with unfamiliar words, which I shouldn't say unfamiliar, but not typical in daily conversation for modern times. I loved that stuff. And I think just the practice of reading helped improve my vocabulary, but the interest was business. And so that's, with a liberal arts background and a passion in business, I learned how one complemented the other, absolutely.